Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew
Okay.
Yeah, I let you go. I thought I would catch. I had no idea what you were doing, so I just did my own shit.
I will survive.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't get that at all.
You didn't get it?
No.
It was that's why I was gonna go with a pretty easy one. I was like, because sometimes like I usually let Pat start it.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like,
you gave me the finger.
I was like, hey,
let
let me try this one. Let me try this one. Yeah, not like the bird. I didn't flip the bird, but I was just like, I think I got one. Let me try this one. And then I did, and then Pat was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so I just went with I believe in a
But that's how I feel every single week, most of the time.
Well,
with
mine
you.
are usually pretty obscure too.
Yeah, where he's like, "Oh, you didn't remember that Jimmy Crack Corn country song?" Or I couldn't think of a country singer's name right off the top of my head. But like Jimmy Crack Corn,
that's good.
Should not have just been a song. It should have been a country
Pew
singer.
pew 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 pew
Pew pew pew pew pew pew pew pew pew pew. What if we just randomly like spontaneously broke out into pews and like Robert still had to just keep coming and like checking us on it? He's like, "Hey guys, stop!"
Instead of just laughing, we broke into pew breaks. Pew 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 pew.
Could we call it puberty?
Ooh.
Ooh. Did we find an episode name? The first? No, we didn't. I can't go. That's hacky.
New shirt name?
Puberty. Speaking of shirts, guys, PassTheGravyMerch.com. PassTheGravyMerch.com. Do we want to let's just start with an ad? We'll start with an ad. This episode of Pass the Gravy.
Does it count as an ad if we're just pimping our own shit?
Well, because we sponsor ourselves, so technically everything we do is an ad.
Okay.
It's brought to you by
I
us.
am my own sponsor.
Pass the Gravy Podcast. We go to PassTheGravyMerch.com because we have some fire new gear in that store today. Fire new gear, guys. We got the Pew Pew shirts, the long-awaited, long-promised, but Alex was very, very lazy about getting this whole, it's a process to design shirts and figure out pricing on it, which is, I think it's $19.99 or $20 or whatever it is. And ladies, $1 off for the ladies' shirts because, we fix the wage gap. That's what we do here. But we got some sick gear. We have the Pass the Houston shirts. We had a limited run of the Pass the Houston shirts when Hurricane Harvey hit, and we donated all of the money from those sales to the Red Cross. But now
we're donating all the money to
ourselves.
Yes.
So we can eat. So help us pay the bills.
As you guys can tell, I'm starving.
We enjoy food, and actually we enjoy the finer foods now.
The finest of foods.
The finest of foods, because we had a charcuterie board.
We had a caterer come in.
We
and
literally,
fix it for us.
we had a charcuterie.
Well, I mean, she lives here, but she did come in.
She's a live-in caterer.
Yes,
that's what I got. That's how you make it. That's how you make it in this world. You get a live-in caterer. AKA somebody that used to work as a caterer that is also your girlfriend to make you a charcuterie board.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen the picture, check it out. She turned the meats into little roses.
Yeah, I got a boner just looking at the picture a second ago, but it was delightful.
The food was delicious.
We had some Munster cheese, right, or
Gouda.
We didn't have gabagool. We did not have gabagool.
No gabagool.
We had grapes on it.
We did have prosciutto.
The prosciutto. We had the.
That just sounded Russian from both of us. That was
we had the salami.
We're gonna stop trying to do the bad accents.
The salami,
pepperoni, fucking Gouda.
Yeah,
cheddar.
And this is all because and this will come back up, but I bought a cutting board on Saturday because I was drunk, and I was like, I'll be damned if I don't make good use out of this because I don't do a ton of cooking. So I was like, well, we're gonna do this, and this worked, and it did, and I think it turned out okay.
Yeah,
especially when Emma made it and I didn't have to do it, which was great.
Yeah. But,
shout out to Emma. But back to PassTheGravyMerch.com. Go get all of the fire new Pass the Gravy gear at our merch store. We also have the PTG USA shirts. We got the Bomb Pop shirts. It's summer season. We have the Sun shirt from last year. That was a summer shirt from last year. The Bomb Pop is 4th of July ready and summer ready as well. You can get the PTG USA shirt as well for 4th of July. You can get all of this in time. And you want to get the Pew Pew shirt. You want to get the Pew Pew shirt. It's pretty fucking sick. Show everybody that you can whip out the finger pistols and that you're a fucking badass bitch or a badass bro or whatever it is. Is badass bro a thing?
It is now.
It was boss ass bitch, right? Mm-hmm. She's a boss ass bitch. Be like, he's a boss ass bro. We're just a couple of boss-ass bros hosting a podcast.
That's sexist.
Well, no, we are the bros, though. We're not boss-ass bitches. We pass the gravy bitches, but we are boss-ass bros.
Boss-ass bros, I like it.
On a boss-ass podcast.
We're babs.
So PassTheGradeMerch.com, that's where this podcast is brought to you by. Go check out the absolute fire new merch. And I promise you, you're going to want to buy all that stuff. The Pass the Houston shirts are sick, and everything else is sick too. So go check it out. I think even Pass the Gravy Bro has they have a little underground shirt right there. So if you're into the Big Brother season that's about to start up and you listen to Pass the Gravy Bro, go check out those shirts as well. So PassTheGravyMerch.com. I was going to say all right, Robert, but I didn't because I caught myself there. And I listened back to last week's podcast, and I hated myself every single time I said it. You're right. I do say it all the time.
During the week, I tried to remember what word it was that I say all the time, and I couldn't even remember.
Phenomenal.
Okay. See, I thought so because I did write that at one point. And I was like, wait, is that the word?
And Robert says, yeah.
Yeah.
In my defense, it is a phenomenal word.
It is. It really is. So we're moving on, and I'm going to have to find a new segue word to do that with. But let's get right into Neato. What if it is just moving on? Moving on. Why don't we get into where you been, so we can tell you guys where we have been since we were last on the podcast. And I think Pat and I are going to have a lot of similarities in ours. So Robert, if you would like to start us off, here you go. This is the where you been segment.
Where you been? 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 Where you gone? Where you gone? Since you been out? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been?
I've been meaning to ask you because as you refer to her, your partner, right? She had posted something the other day about how you've been dating somebody so long that like you just suggest, like you basically were like, hey, we're making these plans, and instead of asking, like you're past the point of, oh hey, now we're just doing this. Like, that's a new thing, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I texted her that I was making an executive decision, and that we're going to the Astros game on like the 20-something. I'm like, I'm telling you, I'm not asking you.
It's a cool move. It's a cool move though, being like, good. Well, like she's with me. Like we're a package deal. She's going.
Yeah.
Sometimes like, oh hey Emma, we're going to see my parents. And okay. Well, like there goes my Saturday.
And then Sam mentioned how it seemed like I was out of practice asking her out on dates. So, she's like, where's my Google Calendar invite? So I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm going to have my secretary send it right over. So I sent her the invite. She accepted, luckily.
That'd be funny if she denied it. She's like, actually, I couldn't go.
For the love of God, can we please get Robert a reality TV show?
That'd be pretty funny. It'd be pretty funny.
I don't know if they would mean to be a comedy, but it totally would be.
That's the best part about it, like, because Robert's so like he's such a kind person. Anyways, so, like half the time we always are sympathizing with him, and then like we're just like, this guy's absolutely hilarious. Instead of Google Calendar things to his girlfriend, come on. I'd watch.
I love you, buddy.
I'd watch. Yeah, B jokes, you're the best.
I guess that's where I've been.
It's pretty solid where you've been. So I guess we've been pretty much the same place.
We have been up on Saturday. We went up.
Well, I guess Rod Ryan Show's senior skip day was on Friday.
Oh, so you should probably.
I got to go and hang out with some of the Gravy Gang. They were out there. Josh Tree was out there. Matthew Jaramillo was out there. Shout out for giving me a ride home, Matthew. We will get into some of the events that came after that in the Not Cool section, because I may or may not have gotten a little too drunk at senior skip day, but I didn't drive.
Really? Because it didn't sound like it at all when you called me.
We did call you. We did call you. When you were like, oh, hey, dude, sorry, I had bad cell phone reception. And I was looking at your text the next day. I was like, I called Pat.
Yeah, you called me.
Pat and I have a bad habit of calling each other drunk.
Yeah, well, like, it wouldn't connect because, like, my house is a dead zone. So I immediately texted you and you just called me back. And I was like, well, fuck it. I guess I better walk outside.
Obviously, this is something important. But Pat's that way too, though. Like when you get shit-faced, you'll call me, and then I won't. Like if I don't answer, you call right back.
Yeah.
And then you'll call right back. I'm like, okay, it's something he's got to tell me.
And it's
like,
never.
Dude,
important.
Alex, guess what? I just met a guy. It's a Giants fan, and this is what he thinks is gonna. What?
Yeah, I'm not so much calling to talk to you as I'm calling to talk
at me.
You. Yeah.
Exactly. But sometimes you get drunk and you're just like, I feel like I have to tell somebody this. And I'm glad that like I'm your buddy for that. And I'm glad that you're my buddy for that.
Yeah.
And Matthew Jaramillo's buddy too.
Yeah.
So I was at the Rod Ryan Show Senior Skip Day. That was a lot of fun. It was the biggest one that we've had in the whole time I've been on the show. Out at Lucky's
one of these
Pub
days,
West.
I'm gonna fucking just take a Friday off and I'm coming.
You gotta come out to our meat raffle. We got a meat raffle coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend.
Not a good weekend for me.
Great.
I'm going to Shinedown.
Well, it's a lot of fun. It's on a Saturday. It's gonna be kick ass.
Yeah, no, I'll be at Shinedown.
Understandable. Rod Ryan Show Senior Skip Day was badass. I had a lot of fun. I got drunk. They played Old Town Road. They played Gloria. We were all dancing. It was a lot of fun. And that was where I was Friday. And Matthew Jaramillo brought me home on Friday night. I passed out, and not like with him, obviously. Like, you know, he got home safe. But then we went to Southern Star Brewery.
Yeah. Some of us went there a little bit earlier.
You said you were going to get there at noon. I said around 1, and I got there a little after 1.
Well, you said that, and then I said I'm going to be there at noon, and you go, okay, well, then noon
That was the goal. That was the goal.
So I got there at noon, and
you drove. We Ubered. I met up with Daniel Tomchesin of Weekly D Podcast.
Actually, I got there at 12:15, and then I spent over an hour by myself.
We were getting in the Uber when you texted us.
Yeah, I kind of figured. When you're like, oh, we're on our way.
But on my way means I just got in the car.
That's exactly what it means. If someone says, I'm on my way. No, if they were already on their
You'd
way,
be like, hey,
they would tell you,
I'm this far
I'm
out.
10 minutes away.
Right.
I'm 15, on my way. And I was like, oh, cool. So I'm just going to keep drinking alone for a while, which is actually one of my favorite pastimes.
Yeah.
People say it's a sign of alcoholism. I'm like, no, that's a sign of adulthood.
It's just I'm at peace. And a lot of times, you know, people knock on meditation. Like people are like all for meditation, but like you're knocking the guy that's drinking at the bar. How do we know that's not his meditation?
Yeah.
You know, you're pondering, you're looking into that glass. Yeah, Keith from Southern Star was fucking a G out there. We met Ben.
So great.
I wrote down everybody. We met Keith, Angel, Ben, and Caroline were all the people that took care of us. Those guys were awesome. We also saw Tim. Todd Voss came out there. Fucking
Todd.
Why is the carpet wet, Todd? He came out there. We hung out with him and his son Justin. And Justin and I invented a new game that we might have to try have a championship for at the 300th episode.
What was it called? Spinning?
It was checker spinning. Because we decided we didn't want to play checkers. I was a little too... You know, I've been hanging out at Southern Star for a while, and I was like, I don't feel like playing checkers, but what if we saw who could spin this checker around as much? And, man, his kid was kicking my ass. So... First thing is probably like I'm not going to win the checkers spinning championship, but I can practice. So we all have time to practice.
I don't know how much you remember we were playing Simon.
Yeah,
you guys remember the game Simon where it's got the light of colors? You got to hit it. I don't think you get stuck.
They have a bunch of games. They have a bunch of games at Southern Star in the tap room. So we should probably explain this because we know what we were doing. Not everybody else does. But they have their big tap room upstairs, and we were hanging out there. They have all these tables. Then they have a bunch of games and stuff and like little activities you can go do. And so Todd brought his son, so he was playing dominoes with him. He was playing checkers. Then they brought Simon out there, and like we've been drinking for a while. It's like, let me try the Simon. And man, your reaction time is just shit.
Well,
on Simon once you've been drinking. It's not the
reaction time. It's the memory past round 7.
Right, because we kept just hitting a wall.
And you were doing well, too. Like, you were smart. You were going green, red, yellow, blue, red, green, blue, red. And you were making a song out of it, but inevitably by, like, round 6 or 7, every time you'd go, oh, no.
And then I had you assholes, though. After you get to, like, 5 or 6, you're all like, green, 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 green. I was like, no, my whole system is ruined.
I was having a lot of fun.
My whole system was thrown off.
Yeah, I was doing well, but, like, around round 8 or 9, every time the fucking beer haze would just set into my brain going, oh shit. And by the way, that Simon board too, you had to hit it in the right spot in every color or else it wouldn't register. So like if you hit it one time and it didn't register, it fucked up all of your brain memorization.
Because if you hit the yellow thinking that you go yellow, blue, green or whatever, you hit the yellow, it doesn't register, then you hit the blue and it's
the worst.
You're like, wait, no, but I did it right.
Other than that, we took the tour. The tour was awesome.
The brewery, dude, Ben Blair over there that runs the tour.
Dude, he's the man.
He's so cool.
Shout out, Ben.
So cool. We learned a lot about beer. I learned how they don't have because they always had the tall stacks of cans. I think we've sent out a picture of that from when we've gone over there before. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. They got all this beer. He's like, actually, these are just cans. They're empty cans. We would never store our beer at these temperatures. Like, you're right.
And I felt like a dick.
I'm a dummy.
Because in the past, when I've picked it up, I just kept it in my trunk until I came here.
Well,
and I have noticed of the
Ben, you hear that?
Of the couple that we've drank this time,
I
made sure this time when I brought them home, they immediately stayed in my house until today.
Well, because you had these delicious, fantastic,
dude, seriously,
phenomenal strawberry bombshell blondes.
Guys, go find them. Go drink the shit out of them. These strawberry blondes are fucking great.
They're
man.
just putting them in stores now. Bombshell blonde has been my favorite beer for a long time. Is this better than it?
You guys have heard me say that I don't like fruited beers, and it's
a fruity beer, but it's not overly fruity.
The Blood Belt, I love that one too. Well, because you know what? And I was talking to a coworker about this, and she was worried about. You know when you get strawberry flavored shit, and you get that fake strawberry flavor. It's usually what you get.
You can tell. You can tell.
It's not a heavy strawberry flavor. It's not that fake one. You just kind of like get.
It's got the perfect.
It's not an aftertaste. It's not like right away, but it's just you
past
get
the
it.
beer. Welcome to our beer show.
Hold on, let me.
Yeah, he's just trying to drink. So anyways, we're gonna finish all of this that they gave us probably by the time this podcast is over.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. I've been just craving it since we left, and I went to 2 places to try and find it this week, and they didn't have it.
I mean, I
know that they just started putting it in stores, but I was kind of like, what the hell? I want my strawberry bombshell.
Yeah, I probably drank, I'd say 5 or 6 of them when we were at the brewery, plus all the other ones I lost count too.
I lost count.
But I'm saying just the strawberry blondes.
I did Uber.
I was, dude, God, just delicious. Oh, and also shout out Daniel Tom Chesson. He bought us lunch.
Yeah, dude, and the Cuban food that they had out there.
They
had some bomb-ass Cuban food. So they always have a food truck out there at the brewery, unless it's like a cook-off or something like that. And we went out and just went ham on some Cuban sandwiches, and then they had these loaded fries we had. It was awesome. Southern Star is the perfect place. Like it felt like we were in heaven. It really I would like to think that heaven is Southern Star Brewing Company.
They had some disc golf out back.
It was like every time we would find something new. Wait, you guys have disc golf back here? Like, oh yeah, we got 9 holes.
Yeah.
What? This place just gets better and better.
It's like a little compound of heaven.
It is. It really is. It really is. And I can't wait to do the 300th episode. Can we make do we make the announcement yet?
I guess.
We're gonna make it official when we are 8 episodes away. So 2 months.
Yeah.
So 2 months officially is when we're going to do it. I think right now it's going to be, and I have to double check on my calendar.
Why are you saying we're going to make the announcement then, but you're going to
We're going to make it official. But like as of right now, because I have
unofficial.
I have a bonus podcast I'm planning on releasing in the next couple of weeks, but I'm just making sure that like it should that fall through, which I don't think it will, but if it falls through, then we kind of have to adjust the dates on that. But as of right now, August 9th, which is a Friday. So Friday, August 9th is going to be Pass the Gravy episode 300. We're going to do a podcast that Wednesday. We're going to do 299. Then we're going to do the Friday one. We're going to release it either like Saturday or Monday. And it's so you want to go out and see it.
Yeah.
You want to go out there and like we want the whole fucking Gravy gang to show up because you guys, I promise you, you're gonna love Southern Star. Those guys are awesome. Those guys are the
Make
coolest
a weekend out of it.
fucking guys in the world. I think that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, that's what I'm already planning on doing. Get up there, take your family. Well, maybe not to the recording, but bring your family.
Bring your family to the recording, and then just be like, "Hey, this is who I am.
Earmuffs.
This is who I am.
But then
These are my friends."
You got the lake right there. Go have yourself a nice little lake day on Saturday.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I am so excited, and like I just wish we lived closer to Southern Star because I would go there all the time.
Yeah.
I wish I could go every day. I wish it was like my local, as they say in my soccer boys say. They're like, "Oh, it's my local, your local pub." So it's like, oh, it's just going to my local. It still is my local. Southern Star, you're my local. I got you, bro.
I love you guys.
I got you. But so we went to Southern Star on Saturday. That was a lot of fun. Then
afterwards, I actually swung by on my way home for my buddy's birthday. I went to a little bar down 45, and I was very disappointed because I got there.
Passed out.
Well, it was about 30 minutes, I think, is what the GPS said from the time I left Southern Star. But I get there and thinking. You're decently close. You're just down 45 from this major brewery. Nope, not a single Southern Star on tap, or in a can, or anywhere to be seen.
Fit?
I was upset.
So that's where I've been. Then. That's where
we've been.
That's where we've all been. Let's move on to Comeback.
Can you imagine
Kid.
in high school if you had told yourself like, "Hey, dude, one day a beer is going to sponsor you."
If I had
sponsor something you're doing,
like
at least,
sophomore year in football, if I had just gone up to you like, Pat. Hey, I know that like...
Let's say junior year, because I didn't drink in sophomore year.
Okay, well, hey, I know we're like bros, sort of, but like we're not as close as we could be. But like, dude, one of these days we're going to host a podcast. First off, you'd be like, what the fuck is a podcast?
They didn't exist.
It's like a radio show, but it's not on the radio. It's on the internet, and people listen to it on their phone. You'd be like, that's dumb. That's never going to happen. And beer companies are going to sponsor you. A beer company will sponsor you.
I'd be like, I'm listening.
Yeah, right. There's no way.
That'd be the coolest fucking thing. Like, honestly, as a 16, 17-year-old kid, that's about the coolest thing that can happen to you.
It really is.
Or outside of sex
as a 30-year-old kid, I still feel like that is the coolest thing that can happen. So, Southern Star, we love you guys. Let's go into Comeback Kid.
Moving on.
It's the Comeback Kid.
The Comeback Kid
Of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
Ba-dum, ba-bum, bum. All right, let's get right into it. Damn it, I did it. I did say all right. Let's get right into it. Heat is our first comeback kid of the week. Now, I know that technically it's been summer since Memorial Day.
It's been very mild.
But this last week was a week where it was, it's hot as balls.
Actually, the cool thing about Saturday, though, was
air conditioning. Very cool.
Also, I mean, I drove up without air conditioning, but I drove up early enough to where it wasn't that bad. And then by the time we left, the sun was basically out of the picture at that point.
When you drink all day.
Yeah. So, like, we didn't have to deal with that 108 heat index. So that was pretty fucking
life
cool.
hack, another life hack sponsored by Southern Star Brewing Company. If you drink all day inside, at night, you're not going to be as hot.
And you guys wonder why my where you been every week was, I was inside. Yeah, it's hot.
Well, you were getting ready for it, and it is hot as balls.
Very
to the point to where you just are walking to and from your car, just like, I'm sweating.
Just sweating.
Why?
Yesterday actually wasn't bad. Today was a little bit worse. The humidity kicked back up, but like,
I was at the grocery store yesterday, and I was sweating just walking to and from my, like, what the hell?
Well, now we're in that time of year when, like, you just check your weather report, and it's just every day.
Hot.
95, 95, 95, 96, 97, 95, 95, 96. And every day, and then you scroll down and you go, humidity, 93%. And you're like, oh, fuck.
This will be fun.
That's really, I can deal with that heat as long as the humidity is like, it's only 70% humidity today, and you're happy about that. Or like when you're driving home at 8 o'clock at night and you're like, it's only 83 degrees outside right now. That's good. But now you're just, when every day, as far as your weather app will take you, it just shows 90s. And you're just like, fuck this shit.
I remember in school when it was just like that kind of hot, and you'd be walking back and forth. Like in college, like I'd walk because I lived just far enough to like where I could walk. I made sure I could walk to class from everywhere I lived my whole college career, and it just like I gotta change shirts in between classes because I sweated through this one walking. And I'm not a big dude either, so it's just like I was just walking. Fuck.
See, I lived far, like about as far from campus as you could while still living in like the apartments where everyone
Pat
stayed.
lived in a river.
I mean, basically, I went to San Marcos, man. That's what the whole life was.
Riverboat.
But also, my favorite bar was like right next to the criminal justice building, so I just parked there every day. Like even before they opened, I'd park there, and they'd be like, "You can't." I'm like, "Dude, I'm coming." And like as soon as class is over, I'll be here. So like, don't even worry about it. It's good times.
Moving on.
Alcohol.
With our next comeback kid is dads. Big week for dads.
Yep.
Let's all shout out to all the dads. Happy Father's Day. So happy Father's Day, Mark Middleton. Pat.
Happy Father's Day, David Dona Dion.
Yeah. B-Jokes, you want to go? No? Happy Father's Day to us from Skylar Lester, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Happy Father's Day from us.
We will be waiting for your Father's Day gift.
But you don't have to get us anything, son. You listening is the best gift we could ask for.
Yeah, no, just do like what everybody gets and get us like a hose.
Well, on the
Dad will probably need a new hose this year.
Get us some hose. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'm actually thinking about just getting my dad some work gloves.
Like a literal prostitute. Like
No, I don't want to get my dad a whore that will break up his marriage to my mother.
True. Bad. I meant more for Skylar for us, but like okay.
Okay.
But again, I'd pass on mine to you. You'd be fine. You'd be fine.
For me.
But Skylar, I want you to know, because on the Rod Ryan show, we learned this week that dads just really want to spend time with their family. That's what they want to do. They either want to spend time or be left alone. And I think
my dad probably
as your podcast fathers, Skylar, we just want you to know that you're listening to us is like us hanging out every week. Mm-hmm. And just if you can continue to listen to us, buddy, we love you and we're proud of you. And we're proud of the young man that you've turned in.
Subscribe and unsubscribe like 30 times.
Yeah,
for us.
Just subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe again. We know you got your girlfriend.
People say that. Okay, I've always wondered. Does that work? Like, why does that work? Because every podcast in the world says just subscribe and unsubscribe and resubscribe and do that. Why does that work? I want to know the science behind this shit.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just do what we say. Do what we say.
That's actually fine for me. Don't worry about it. Works for 100% of the time when I ask questions.
It's a lot of times like if you click the buttons, it's like that's how many clicks you got.
I'm with it.
On the internet, it counts as like uniques. Is like one time. If you go to that, you can go to it 100 times in a day. Like a unique view is if you go to ESPN.com and you go there. Or we're not going to give ESPN branding. Cut that, Robert. If you go to PassAgrayPod.com or PassAgrayMerch.com because you want to buy some of our new fire merch, you go there. You click there, and then you go back to you go to Facebook, but then you come back to PassTheGravyMerch.com because you're like, oh, I'm going to actually order it now. It only counts as one unique click, but it can count as 2
But what if you
clicks
delete
itself.
your cookies in between?
I still think it counts because we got the click
Or
on the site.
or if you go and then you go into your private browser and then you go through there.
I think the private browser isn't as private as we think, but I still do watch porn on it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, just in case.
I
if
mean,
you're gonna give me the option to have it
even
private,
if you
I'm not
don't,
gonna.
I mean, you can still clear history.
But I'm not an animal. I'm not just gonna watch porn without
That was a
going
good movie,
without
by the
going
way.
dark.
Clear history, Larry David.
Oh, I did not know that was a movie at all.
It's fucking weird.
Okay, well,
Moving
dads
on.
are back, and I hope you guys. If you got anything for your dad?
Not yet, but usually.
Oh, I got it all wrapped up. Me and my brother, we gotta figure it out.
Usually, what we do is I just get it for him when I go up to see him next. I just bring it to him.
Okay.
He doesn't really give a shit about like on time stuff.
Yeah, it's just
He really
thought.
does-
It's a thought.
He really doesn't even give a shit about us getting anything. But like I said, I legitimately think I'm just going to grab him more work gloves because they have 11 acres and he works out there all the
Yeah.
time and they're constantly getting holes and shit. So like, I'll get him some good ones.
It's the thought. It's the
Yeah.
thought that counts. And really, like, your dad probably just wants you to like leave him alone for a little bit, so just chill.
Yeah. As long as I don't spend any money that's his, he's pretty happy.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
That's a very
like
good
I
point.
still have that emergency credit card. And just every month that I tack onto it, not ever using it, he's very happy. This is like over like a year and a half now. My goal is for that shit to expire. That card
There
to
you go.
fucking expire without
There you
using
go.
it.
Another comeback kid we have this week is injuries. Now, injuries,
Yep.
it's a loose term, sort of, but a gunshot wound is an injury, is it
Sure.
not?
It is.
So injuries count for David Ortiz. David
Yep.
Ortiz was shot in the Dominican Republic, which is, by the way,
Motherfuckers.
Americans in the Dominican Republic died just mysteriously at that resort.
Yep.
There's like 5 of them died.
My buddy was literally staying at the resort next door as all that shit was happening.
What?
Or around the time.
Is the Dominican Republic like a hot vacation spot?
There's the DR, baby. It's an island.
DR to me
I don't-
stands for diary room.
I wouldn't say it's hot, but it is a spot. I think he was there for a wedding or something, though.
Okay. Just
Which, by the way,
Don't go to the Dominican Republic, FYI.
Destination weddings, guys, cut it the fuck out.
no. I get it though. I get it because a lot of times destination.
Unless you don't want people coming to your wedding.
But that's a lot of times why they
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
Where you're going to realize, okay, well, our wedding party's going to come. Those are the people we wanted to come anyways. But now the work friends that you like but may not necessarily really want to come to your wedding, you're like, okay, well, I'm not going to go to
Just don't invite them.
the Dominican Republic for that guy's wedding.
Yeah.
My friend in sales, like, I'm not going to do that. I don't have that kind of cash. And it weeds out a lot of people, I think, which is an easy way.
You can also weed out people by not inviting them.
Right, but I think a lot of people don't like doing that because this is a very like feelingsy time
your
we
day.
live in right now.
It's your day.
No, but it's just a very we're like now we're living in the day and age
I'm with you.
where
Now we're down a wormhole we don't need to be.
but now kids like have to take Valentine's to everybody in the class because you can't just give them to
we
some
can't
people.
say nowadays we had to do that too.
I didn't.
Oh, I did.
I think I did still, but I didn't have to.
Oh, I don't know if it was a have to thing, but my mom made me do it. So
Right, but now you have to like do all that stuff. You have to like everybody has to get invited to everything or whatever.
can't bring candy to class unless you bring enough for everybody.
Right.
Bring, I'll bring enough for everybody, but I'm not going to give anybody any of it.
And I think that like nowadays people are just doing like the destination wedding to be like, I got to give everybody an invite, but now 60% of these people won't come to it. So that's just a way.
I get that, but also cut it the fuck out. Just say no.
As long as you get the open bar, we're good.
Do what Nancy Reagan said and just say no
Just say no.
to inviting people.
That's what I did to drugs. I just said no. I said no to drugs.
Me too.
Also, continuing
while.
on with injuries is Kevin Durant. He ruptured his Achilles in Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Just had surgery today. We saw him post on Instagram, and it sucks. Then like, you know, it was we thought that it was a calf injury, and a lot of times they were saying, and this is me basically repeating
No, that was instantly known. It was Achilles.
We thought it was an Achilles
As soon
against
as
the
they were
Rockets.
able to zoom, as soon as they were able to
against
zoom
the
in.
Rockets, we thought it was an
yeah.
Achilles. Then it was a calf injury. So he he returned from that. Then they said he was cleared to play. He wasn't on a minutes restriction. He looked like he was pretty
He was
good to
lighting
start the
the
game.
fuck
I think he
up.
had 11 points in the time that he was
12
in there.
minutes.
And
3
then
for 3 from 3.
then that zoomed in shot of it, just you see his leg just like
Well, you see it ripple.
You literally see the.
Anytime you see a calf ripple like that, it's because the tendon is rolling up inside the leg.
I watched it so many times and I hated myself every time. But it was on the like loop, so it was like by the time I realized I'd watched it 15 times, I was just like
And also somebody took you see in that zoomed in one the flash happening of somebody taking the picture at the exact moment that it tore.
Yeah.
Like that guy's got a great picture. And by the way, I know this is a shitty take. I'm sorry for taking it. And I agree with the take. You never want to see somebody get injured, and that sucks that he got injured, but also fuck him.
Whoa.
Fuck him. He ruined
He did not.
the NBA for 3 years.
He did not. If he went to the Rockets, you would have been fine with it.
But also, the Rockets weren't a team that were already dominating the NBA, and nobody else had a chance of fucking contending with them. If he had gone there, it would have kept the NBA more competitive. He took all competition out of the sport.
What he did
for 2 years
would be the equivalent of Robert leaving our podcast to go work for Joe Rogan's podcast, where it's just like, oh, what? You went to the most successful podcast in the genre that we're pretty much in. And like, I wouldn't knock him for that. I'd be like, it sucks. I really hate it that he's gone. I miss Robert. I loved having Robert on the podcast. But Joe Rogan's fucking getting him paid, bro. Yeah, he's on a fucking bigger, better thing.
Podcast, it's not just now. It's not just one person wins. There's no winning in
really because Kevin Durant won, and that's what.
He won because he took away all competition for it. So you know what? I don't feel fucking bad for him. Like, it sucks it happened. I'm not saying I wanted to see him get injured. I'm not saying
we're gonna hang on to this take.
I'm not saying I'm happy he got injured because it does suck. You really don't ever want to see anyone get injured. And as someone who really hates a lot of fucking sports figures and hates other teams, even I would be like, if somebody went down from the Yankees, like blew out their elbow, I'd be like, fuck, I don't like that.
Would you tweet out as a Red Sox / Astros fan? Even I feel sympathy.
No, I hate. Actually,
that's already been said.
I can't say I hate that because I'm pretty sure I've done that on Facebook.
But that's already been like the.
Well, like I don't feel any sympathy.
That's already been said.
I still say fuck Kevin Durant. He's a snake. Yeah, it sucks it happened to him, but I'm not going to grow into this sympathy hole that everyone else is doing. Fuck him. Yeah, he did what was best for him. He also destroyed the sport that he loved. So fuck him.
LeBron already destroyed it though.
But
if he destroyed it, LeBron had already destroyed it. Because he was just like, hey, let me and my two friends decide to
really
meet
good
up
people
in Miami.
all joined up and started their own thing. They didn't join something that was already established because 1 year of free agency went bonkers to where you could give a ridiculous amount of money.
It's the same.
I think everyone me and you have had this argument 14 fucking times.
And we're not going to change on it.
We're not going to change on it.
You're wrong,
you know
and just that's how it is.
I'm sorry it happened to him, but fuck him and good. We get a whole year without him next year.
I don't think so. I think
now, can we get a whole year? Can Drake tear his throat or something?
Dude, let Drake have his fun, man. Who gives a shit?
He is my buddy said it, and I agree. He's replaced Spike Lee as the single most annoying NBA fan of all fucking time.
Spike Lee was never annoying. You just noticed who he was. He was like Jack Nicholson, but like louder.
He was annoying. Like, it wasn't bad annoying, but he was annoying. Drake is the worst. He's the absolute worst.
Drake's entertaining, though.
When Kevin Durant went down, he had to do the whole, like, flailing around, walking up and down the sideline. Why? And then as he's leaving, he looks like he just played the entire fucking game. Like, he's so drained of energy, he can barely lift his hand to fist bump people on the way out. Like, fuck you, Drake. You know what? In the spirit of Justin Bieber, I challenge Drake to a fight.
Do it.
I don't care what
Everybody
the rules
tag
are.
Drake and
boxing
and Pat.
Or MMA or anything.
I
want to fuck your bitch Canadian ass up.
He wants to fuck your ass.
Yeah.
Is what he just said. Drake.
I will literally knock him out, and then as he's laying on the thing, I will pull his pants down and punch him in the asshole so that I fist him. I will fist Drake's asshole. So technically, that is me fist fucking him.
That is... that was a little much.
I don't know how I got that angry that quickly.
That was weird, and I apologize.
But I think we can all agree,
behalf.
except for Alex, fuck Drake.
I mean, Drake's obnoxious sometimes, but like, dude, I don't fucking care. Like, I pay attention to what he does at the finals more than I do what half the finals are.
He's the worst.
Is he the worst?
He's the worst.
Is he the worst, man? He's having a good time. He's having a good time. Have a good time. He's making it about him, but he's having a good time.
Yeah. He's the fucking... Nobody cares about you.
It's Canada. It's like a different world, though. Like, Canada doesn't count as like the real world to me because it's like it's like a foreign land.
I'm a massive fucking Raptors fan. I'm gonna come here and be a fool on the other sideline of every game. I'm gonna get to running out. I'm gonna make contact with other players. By the way, guy I'm making contact with, I also have another grown man tattooed on my arm.
He just has his number.
And right
Just has
next
his
to him,
number.
I have his teammate also tattooed on
Steph
my
Curry,
body.
yeah, but he was a fan for them at one point.
Like,
I mean, fuck fair weather fans,
I
but like,
love Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. I'm not
Brett
tattooing their
Favre.
numbers on my body. I will tattoo the G,
yeah, that's my thing.
but I'm not. Well, and that's the thing. Like, okay, I really like Andy Dalton. He was my brother's friend growing up. He's awesome. Can you imagine if I just
Hey,
had,
Tiger.
Can you imagine if I just had Andy Dalton's number tattooed on my arm of a team that I don't give a shit about? Can you imagine how douchey that would look?
But you don't have tattoos. That's the whole thing. If you have a fuck ton of tattoos, I feel like it's watered down.
You can just get whatever the
It's
fuck
like
you
when
want.
you
It
go
doesn't
see when you
matter.
see tattoo artists and like they just have like a Pokeball on their arm, and you're like, yeah, where'd you get that? I was like, I don't know, I just wanted a Pokeball.
Yeah, because it was a Pokeball, because it was dope.
I'm a canvas at this
Yeah,
point.
but no, that's cool.
But Drake
'Cause
has
Pokeballs are
tattoos,
cool.
so like I feel like if you have like 5 or 6 tattoos, I think like you can just
Drake's just the biggest.
you can
pussy.
just add on. I don't know, man.
Yeah, but
I
you
really
don't-
want to watch this
but
fight
you-
now.
you
I really
don't-
want to watch the fight.
Dude, I would love to fight Drake because the funniest
Does
thing
he get
about
to
it
wear?
is
Does he
that-
get to fight you
is
like
that
Jimmy in a wheelchair?
He can fight me
Wheelchair
however he
Jimmy
wants.
and he just
I won't
runs you
even
over?
train. I literally won't even train. And I know Drake works out. And he's in really good shape.
Yeah, I think
and he
you'd
can train
lose.
as much as you want. I might, but I might also.
I'm like positive. you'd
I
lose.
might also illegally just punch Drake right in the throat, and then kick him in the face while he's down. Actually, no, I would never do that.
You're
I
being
would,
very rude.
I would never kick somebody while they were ground.
You
like,
just
on
said
the
you
ground.
would.
No, it's
You
like
literally
it's like
just said you
hitting
would.
people in the nuts and kicking them when they're on the ground. Those are only acceptable in life or death situations. I wouldn't do that. I know I just said I would, but I wouldn't.
You just said that. Though. Okay,
but
all
I
right.
immediately caught myself. I just hate him.
He walked it back.
I just hate him, which pisses me off because I liked a lot of his shit early in his career. Now he's a giant
He's
puss.
still good. He's still good.
Congratulations, great fucking song. Love that song.
I do hope that the Warriors win this though.
Part of me does, only for the fact that like, if the Rockets aren't going to beat them, I don't want anyone to beat them. But
Just
then
I don't
like,
want Canada to be
But
the
then
champs.
like 98% of the rest of my body is, dude, fuck you, Warriors.
I don't want Canada to be the champs.
Like, right? Also,
That's our sport.
yeah. Like you guys have hockey, and guess what? You still can't even win in hockey.
Well, like we
Fuck
we
you.
already cucked you in that.
When's
You're
the
not gonna
last-
cuck
When's
us.
the last time they won the
in
cup? Like 90.
89 or 90 something.
Yeah, it was
92.
like 90 something.
I think it was the
crazy.
Flames, but I'm not positive.
La Flame.
La Flames. All right. Damn it, I did it again. Okay, we got the WWJD segment. I was about to say we're a little like we're running through this pretty quickly, but we didn't announce that we're bringing back Future News. We did say last week we're bringing back Future News.
Mm-hmm.
Future News is coming up, guys, but we got WWJD right now. And if you're new to the podcast, maybe this is our way to announce it to you. We're not trying to hate on anybody, but just I was talking to my buddy Darren a couple weeks ago, and it was a whole like we started on like, well, Jesus wouldn't do this. Jesus would do this if this were like we talked about like modern day. What would Jesus do?
Yeah.
Because they had the bracelets, and then I was like, that'd be funny. That'd be a funny fucking podcast segment if people just sent us Jesus situations in modern day, and we just tried to figure out what he would do. And so we came up with the "What Would Jesus Do" segment, and this is what it is. So we'll just like if you guys want to hit us up, hashtag PTGWWJD to @PassTheGravyPod, and I'm at Alex J Middleton. Pat's at not Pat Dion. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. I've been hanging out with Rod all day. Rod is at Rod Ryan Show if you want to follow him. It's the best morning show in the city of Houston,
Fact.
if I do say so myself.
In the world.
The sports guy.
I'll
Phenomenal.
say it's in the world.
Okay, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that too. Follow at Rod Ryan Show too. But if you want to hashtag PTGWWJD, probably don't include Rod Ryan Show, even though it would be funny if you did. Here we go. This is this week's What Would Jesus Do? And it comes to us.
Every week I forget that this music is going
I
to
know,
play.
right?
It fucking makes me laugh every week.
This is our 4th consecutive week doing this, and I
Oh,
told you
yeah.
we're gonna do What Would Jesus Do until we quit getting submissions for it. So it's up to you guys. You want to keep this segment going? You're gonna get to keep it going. If you don't, it's gonna go away. Our buddy Cole, he did not give me a last name, at Crunch Rap Supreme. It's Crunch Rap SUPRM. Apparently,
Which, by the way, I love the fact that you named your Twitter after the Crunchwrap Supreme. Mad respect, bro.
yeah, Cole's a pretty cool dude. I like Cole. Cole's funny as hell. So definitely give him a follow at Crunch Rap Supreme, minus the E's. He says this week, what would Jesus do if he went back in time in Dallas and saw Lee Harvey Oswald was about to shoot JFK as he rides by in a Lincoln convertible. Cole knows right, like he's right in our wheelhouse for this one. Jesus would stop
torn.
it. I think he would stop it.
I think
He would be like, fuck this city, first off. Like, this is like, so God made everything great, right?
Yeah.
But then he made snakes, which are bad. So snakes are like, Dallas is the snakes of cities.
I'm torn.
Patrick McClellan should have put Snake City in
Part of
Dallas.
me wants to say that Jesus would help save one of God's children, but also
I think he would.
apparently that was God's will. I don't know if Jesus would go back in time and change things because everything is God's will. Maybe that had to happen. And we don't know. I don't know for what reason. It's not for me to question. It's not for me to question God.
It isn't. It isn't.
It's not. So,
but it is for us to try and find out what Jesus would do.
I'm gonna say this: Jesus would let it happen.
I don't think he would.
But
I gotta disagree.
Immediately, he'd grab Lee Harvey Oswald and kick the ever living shit out of him, like all the people.
That's not what Jesus would do.
But he would, in this instance, like the people in the Dominican Republic did when they caught the guy that shot Big Papi. Because if you guys haven't seen the videos, that dude's head was covered in blood. People just walking by and kicking him in the face. I think that's what Jesus would let it happen because it was his Father's will.
Okay, spin zone, and this is a way.
Because maybe if he doesn't kill him, maybe we're not here today.
This is maybe my way to just like keep my hatred for Dallas going, even during this segment. Not only would Jesus, like he would try and talk him out of it, but Lee Harvey had his mind made up.
He was a communist.
The mafia was probably in on it.
No, he was
and
a communist.
he knew he was going to die anyways.
Commies were in on it.
But I think Jesus would sacrifice himself for JFK in his own place. And then you know what's an even worse look, Dallas, than killing the president?
Killing Jesus.
Killing Jesus Christ.
Actually, I think I can sway you on this. I think Jesus would let it happen because we're supposed to hate Dallas. Ooh. And this is what binds that hatred together.
Well, I think, though, even if, like, Jesus had saved Kennedy, and, like, oh, no, Jesus, did you guys see that? Jesus Christ literally jumped in front of that bullet. But then everybody like, oh, you just fucking killed Jesus. And then that's honestly probably even worse. So then we hate Dallas more than that.
Well, I mean, we don't hate the Romans. And they killed Jesus.
Well, they don't have a football team, so I don't care.
No, I'm telling you, I think Jesus would let it happen because
fuck Roma.
That was just the will. Team. And we're supposed to hate Dallas.
I think we're gonna have to agree to disagree on this.
Robert, what do you think, man?
I think Robert does not like weighing in on this segment.
I'm actually with Pat on this one. I think Jesus would let it happen.
Yeah.
You think he would? He would just.
I think he would let it happen.
Do you think he'd try and talk him down though?
I don't even think he'd do that. It was God's will. It had
Look,
to happen.
son, do you think this is what the Lord would want you to do?
Well, he's a communist.
And Lee Harvey's like, whoa.
He's
a
communist.
I don't know.
He'd be like, well, this is what Karl Marx wants me to do. Fucking stupid commies.
Would Jesus be then chilling on the grassy knoll afterwards? Like, because Jesus would be around to like see it all happen.
I think he would have just been standing behind him, and when Lee Harvey Oswald took the rifle out of the window and turned around, Jesus would have dropped him with a stiff right cross.
Dude. And then Jesus is the hero again.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Would have dropped him and literally would have dragged him by 1 foot down all the stairs, wouldn't use the elevator, and just right out the front and be like,
I'd like to think, though, that he would sacrifice himself so that someone else wouldn't have to, just for the greater good. And then ultimately that would, like, then we wouldn't be selling Dallas killed JFK. People don't forget.
Jesus' style of sacrifice is not sacrificing himself for another. It's sacrificing himself for everybody.
For the greater good.
For everybody.
But what if the greater good is hating Dallas?
And that's why he wouldn't stop it, because that's what the greater good was.
You make good points, both of you. Damn it. But like Jesus died in Jerusalem, right? Not Jerusalem. Rome. Jesus died in Rome.
Ish.
Okay.
Am I right?
Let's just pretending wherever Jesus died.
I just looked at everybody in this apartment and everyone gave me the shoulder shrug of maybe.
That would be like if we.
I know the Romans killed him. I don't know where he died. I did not pay a lot of attention growing up in Catholic Church.
Traditionally, the path that Jesus took is called the Way of Grief in Jerusalem. So
okay.
It looks like he died in Jerusalem.
It makes sense.
Okay, so that'd be like if we lived in Israel and like we had football teams over there, like then Jesus would just become the new like that's what that is over there. I think Jerusalem is looked at as like the Dallas of Israel.
No,
but also the birthplace of Christ.
But people
so probably
want,
not. No, that's
people
Bethlehem.
want to go to Jerusalem, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I got all twisted around on this. Yeah, he'd probably let it happen just so he'd still hate Dallas. I'll go with that. That's an easier way
There you
out.
go.
Cole, solid question. If you want to
Probably
send,
not where you thought that one was going to go.
Yeah, it was weird. If you want to buy your Dallas Kill JFK people, don't forget shirts. PastorGradyMerch.com. We also have some new fire merch. Check that out.
Maybe we'll
And
make a
then,
limited edition Dallas Kill JFK Jesus Doesn't Forget shirt.
Jesus didn't
No,
forget
we're not.
either.
We're
Yeah.
definitely not
At
going to do that. But that'd be
Crunch
fun.
Wrap Supreme minus the E's on Supreme. Cole, appreciate you writing in. If you guys want to submit your questions for the WWJD segment, just hit us up on the Twitter at PastorGradyPod with hashtag PTGWWJD. Will you read a NAPA ad for me while I go piss
Of
real
course
fast?
I will read a NAPA ad. I love NAPA Autoparts. NAPA Autoparts, a machine shop in Conroe and Montgomery, have been helping customers with their automotive needs for over 37 years. They're a locally owned and family-operated company. If it has a motor, the gang at NAPA can get you the parts you need and get it fixed for you. They even sell Little M air fresheners. For all your automotive needs, go and see them at 201 South Fraser Street in Conroe or 22105 Eva Street in Montgomery. That's 201 South Fraser Street in Conroe or 22150 Eva Street in Montgomery. They'll also give you a free battery or alternator test and $5 off any purchase of $25 or more when you mention Pass the Gravy. Mention it, guys. Go for it. So go and see our friends at NAPA Auto Parts at 201 South Fraser Street in Conroe or at 22150 Eva Street in Montgomery and get your NAPA know-how. The NAPA know-how!
NAPA know-how.
Also, like them, NAPA Auto Parts and Machine Shop on Facebook. Give them a 5-star review on Facebook and mention you heard them on PTG. They're awesome guys that take care of your cars. Give them a like, guys.
You'll have a great time, as Pat Dion
You actually will have a great time.
A great time.
And you know why? Because their auto shop's going to smell like
Little M
air
Shop.
fresheners. So there you
Because
go.
they've got the best air fresheners in the world.
And
Best
they're going
auto
to take
parts.
care of your car.
Pretty much, if you sponsor us, guys, this is just a little heads up for everybody that is possibly thinking about endorsing us. Slide into those DMs at PastorGradyPod. But if you want to slide into those DMs, we can endorse you, and you immediately become the best at whatever it is that you do.
Don't think you have to be a company either. If you just want to send us money every month,
If you're just a guy,
and you want us to just let ladies know,
if John
that,
Smith wants to sponsor us, John Smith's the coolest
ladies,
fucking
he's
guy.
6'2", he's 185
Please tell me
pounds.
if-
He's got a stable job, and he's looking for some loving. We will do that for you.
Can we do it's like a singles column, just like a singles ad? All right, this ad was brought to you by John Smith. He's a 33-year-old welder living in Deer Park, Texas right now, and he's looking for a mate.
And he can hold his breath for 9 minutes. Ladies, you know what that means.
Oh, yeah. Just give us your
By the
tender
way,
pro.
nobody can hold their breath for 9
Alligators
minutes. You
can.
die.
Hippos can.
Yeah, well, you don't want a hippo or an alligator going down on you.
Very good point. Very good point.
They will crush / eat you.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. This is the Not Cool
Not a
segment, I
good way of
believe.
eating you.
No, we're not getting into Not Cool. What we're about to get into is Future News. Oh, God.
Alex's favorite.
It's back. It's back. This is the most difficult segment we probably do because it's all on us. It's also one of the most fun when it works out, and we don't do it every week. It's a very sporadic. We try and do it 3-4 times a year because it's a while. It's a process. So future news, guys. A lot of times, it's 2019. A lot of people are just sick and tired of every day being force-fed the same news from the same networks, telling you the same stories, just rewording the way. CNN tells you the same thing Fox did, just with their own spin on it. Fox tells you the same thing NBC did with their spin on it. C-SPAN, I think they have their own spin on it, shit, whatever. I don't know. Everybody's got their own spin on everything, but it's all the same shit. So what we thought here at Passive Gravy would be a great idea is if we told you guys the news that didn't even happen yet. It's news before it happens. Now, the big thing on this is your job as a listener, should you choose to accept, is to just absolutely blow up the Twitter of whoever reports this, if any of this should happen. When our future news happens, just be actually, at not Pat Dion or at Alex J. Middleton or at Robert Barbosa 03, they reported this first on Pass Your Podcast. Please give them credit. And that's just kind of, we're trying to credit like steal. Whatever. So if I say some bullshit that happens, You guys got to go in 2 years, be like, hey, actually, Pastor Gray Podcast said this on Future News. So if you could please just credit them. I'm like, yeah, CNN, what's up? And then we can cease and desist them. It's a whole thing. Really helps us, but it also gives you guys a little bit of insight on the future of news. So without further ado, why don't we get going with our Future News segment? I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited. Here we go.
Live from the Pastor Gravy Studios, this is Future News.
We'll start with sports this week. The U.S. women won the 2019 Women's World Cup. Also staying in the world of sports, Kevin Durant has agreed in terms to stay with the Golden State Warriors. He may not have an Achilles yet, but he's not going anywhere.
Not surprising. That's where he can make the most money by re-signing. 4 years after joining D1 football, Sam Houston State has still yet to win a game. Therefore, Texas State is still better than Sam Houston.
So they're just like Texas State when they first started.
We win
but
a
they're
few.
just they're a little bit behind.
Every once
but
in
they're
a while.
still just about as good.
This just in: children are actually here to take our jobs.
Oh no!
Yes.
The time has come.
That is the
time
ultimate
has come.
future news.
It really is. Geraldo, the giant panda, became the first animal on display at the new Moon Zoo, the Buzz J. Aldrin Moon Zoo. First of its kind. I can't wait to make a visit over there. In some more moon news, a pride flag was planted on the moon to signify the start of the first ever pride parade in space. Congratulations. You guys have a great time.
Samuel L. Jackson has agreed to star in Snakes on a Train. When asked why he would do it, he said, "'Cause motherfucker, there's some motherfucking snakes on this train."
The United Nations has voted to bring back Pangea in an attempt to reunite this divided world. So basically, millions of tugboats from all around the world are going to be used to pull all of the continents back together to create one supercontinent, like, as they said, quote, the good old days.
Snakes on a Train has opened worldwide as the biggest movie of all time, passing Avengers Endgame. Samuel L. Jackson, when asked if he thought it would happen, he said, "Of course, motherfucker!"
And one final story: after days of protests, New York City officials have decided to not to add a male statue next to the Statue of Liberty, claiming they realize that she's just a strong, independent woman that don't need no man. This is Future News. I thought we all learned a lot.
We learned a
Future
hell
right
of
there.
a lot.
Future News, guys. That was
Samuel
fun.
L. Jackson can't go wrong.
Man, that's Sammy Jacks, dude. That guy gets it. That guy gets it. A lot going on with the moon in the future too. Like, who would have thought? Fucking
Snakes, trains, and the moon.
Pangea, early comeback kid. Maybe we're gonna have to start practicing on that.
I will
one.
say this: it's gonna make travel for the World Cup a hell of a lot
It
easier.
really will. It really will. And honestly, like, let's say, hey, it makes sense.
Yeah,
It makes
or harder depending on what side of
also
Pangea
great
you're on.
business to be in as a tugboat operator, probably.
Yeah,
If you're having to pull all those continents together. Don't know how it's gonna work. I'm sure they know.
I mean, there's gonna be a lot of people out there that know how to tug and pull that think they are now qualified.
Future News, man, that was fun. I feel like the amount of work that we spend that goes into a 2-minute segment is ridiculous. Or at least the amount of work that
Maybe
I put
on your
in
end.
to a 2-minute segment.
I literally
is
just started
nuts.
looking around the room at things like.
Oh, you were just making it up off the spot.
Well, I made it up about 4 minutes
There
before
you
we
go.
started. No, Alex, before we started the podcast, he goes, "Dude, you remember about or not 4 minutes when I got here today? You go, you remember about Future News?
We have
right?"
our little prep sheet I share, and I was like, "Hey, you guys, don't forget
And
about Future News."
I straight up missed it because he highlights a lot of stuff on the prep sheet and he didn't highlight Future News, so my dumb brain missed it. And then like the whole time, like because I was here for what, an hour and a half before we started.
Yeah.
And
While we were
I
just
kept
hitting up
trying
the
to think of
charades
stuff,
board.
and I charcuterie board.
the charcuterie.
And I kept trying to think shit, and I couldn't think of anything. And then right before we started, I turned around and looked at Robert, and I go, "Did you think of anything?" And he goes, "No." And I was like, "Fuck it, this is gonna be interesting." And literally, like as you were introducing us, all right, Alex is wearing a Sam Houston hat. Sam Jackson's over there. Got it.
I didn't even realize. Yeah. What was that? Was the fucking movie where like you like look at the coffee cup and the coffee cup's the name of the guy, and then he realizes
Kobayashi.
Usual suspects. Yeah.
Usual Suspects.
It was like that, and it's like, oh, you're right. Fuck. He did exactly what he's just like that movie.
Always.
You usual suspects me.
Wheezy has joined us on the podcast.
Wheezy, what are your thoughts? She's really concerned about the future.
I think she really just wants to try some of my strawberry beer.
I can assume. I mean, I get it,
delicious.
but dogs don't get strawberry
You
beer.
can't have that. Wheezy.
Dogs don't get that. Let's get
I
into
love
not
her.
cool. Why don't we do that? That's
Moving
where
on.
we tell you guys what is not cool within the last week that we have done the podcast. And it doesn't have to be a big deal. It can be us stubbing our toe. It could be, maybe I got stabbed accidentally. That's not cool. Our let's play you guys the intro to the segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
I told you guys Matthew Jaramillo drove me home because I got a little
Toasty.
I had been drinking for a while on
You were
senior
just a
skip day.
tiny, small, little bit shit-faced.
Not shit-faced. I was intoxicated. I didn't drive, so
Your
I'm being safe.
phone call
I'm being safe. Whoa.
Begs differently.
Making accusations. So Matthew Jaramillo drove me home, and he wanted to meet Wheezy. We hung out with Wheezy for a little bit, and then I realized my gate closes at 6. The gate above the parking garage closed at 6. Matthew had parked up there, and I was like, oh, fuck, we got to get out of here. And I saw somebody getting in their car up, because you can only, I don't have a clicker to get out of the gate up here, because you have to have a lifted truck or a van that won't fit in the garage to park up here in my apartments. And I was like, dude, we got to follow this group out of here. So I was like, we got to fucking go. And I ran down there, and the gate was closed, and they didn't wait. And so I had to hold the gate, and the gate came off the little pegs. And then, the track. And I was like, oh, fuck. And I thought I broke the gate. And then Matthew was able to get out. Then the lady from the front desk called me. And I was like, you broke my gate. You broke the chain. I was like, I didn't break the chain. And I was just being an asshole. I was a drunk asshole. I was that guy.
Wait, so there was somebody at the front office that you could have just been like, hey, we fucked up.
No,
let us out?
she saw it on cameras.
Oh.
And I think I waved to the camera. It was just like, eh. And I was like, no, my friend got stuck up here. I didn't want him to get stuck up here for the whole day. And she was like, you know that it moves on weight. So if he had just pulled his car behind the gate, I was like, I didn't know that. Because to get out of the parking garage, you have to use the little. To get out of my parking garage, you have to use the clicker to get in and out. And I was like, okay, well, I'm assuming it's the same way everywhere. No, I was too drunk to even fucking be like, why don't we just drive down and see it work? No, I didn't think of that at all.
No,
and
that's not something you would think of while drunk.
So she was like, if you break the chain, it's $2,000, and you had to pay for that thing. I was like, oh fuck. So I was like, I gotta apologize to this lady because I was kind of a dick to her. I apologized to her on Sunday. She was like, oh, no, it didn't break. We actually found our maintenance guys out to fix it. So that was a cool part of it. But, drunk just being an asshole is not cool ever. So I apologize. Yeah. I apologize for that. And then my next not cool, my final not cool was, this happened to me yesterday. Getting stuck behind a train, dude. I hadn't had this happen to me. I can't tell you the last time this happened to me. But I was going to meet somebody yesterday. I was off a TC Jester, and just a fucking train came, and a train was already on its way, but it was going right to left. And I was like, okay, well, you know what? We'll just chill, whatever. And then as that one was finishing up, I was like, oh fuck yeah, we're like, I could see the last car coming. Like, we're ready to go. And then another car comes left to right, the opposite way, and it took its sweet ass time for, I'm not kidding, 15 minutes. I'm just sitting like, what? There's cars in front of me. They're like U-turning, going around. And I was just like, I know the second I U-turn, it's going to end.
Yep.
And it's going to be fine. So I just waited it out. It was fine eventually, but it was just like, fuck trains. This is 2019. Why do we have them? Why don't we have drones take everything everywhere, huh? What the fuck?
If anybody else that is listening right now went to San Marcos, they're just laughing.
You guys get stuck behind trains all the time?
Dude, trains just run right through the middle of the fucking town. So you're like, oh, fuck, I got to get to class. And then a train pulls up, and you're like, well.
You're not going to class now.
Yep. And then the worst is when the train is just coming, and you see it slowing down. And then it just comes to a stop.
On the track. Oh, no.
And you're just like, well, I hope I wasn't trying to get to a gas station now.
What do I do now?
No, you just sit. Because most of the time when on these roads when it's happening, they're not two-way roads where you can U-turn.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly.
So you're just fucking.
Because I was
sitting.
pinned in by a bunch of by two cars on either
Dude,
way.
It would happen all the time when you're in school and you're just sitting there and someone walks in 45 minutes into class and they just go train. And everyone's like, yeah.
It was just
It was
cool,
an excuse that like you could lie about, but most people didn't. Like because most of the time, like if you hit a train, you just say, "Fuck, I'm not coming to class that day." But people would walk in super late, like on the rare occasion that you had a class that was like attendance, and they're just like,
and it was
train.
just it was a good
and you're just like train, and then most of the time the teacher would be like, "All right, you're fine." Like we only have 20 minutes left in class, but the fact that you still tried to fucking make it here,
I wanted to go Red Dead style and just like hijack the train,
right?
And move it along. I just want to move it along, and then I'd hop out and I'd go back to my car.
Just run along the top.
Look, I'm gonna let you have this now, bro. I'm gonna let you have this. Like, this is yours now, but just like what the fuck? Don't slow down so much.
Yeah, dude, that's rough. I feel your pain though. It is the most frustrating thing.
Well, but it was like I was fine the first 3 minutes when I was just like, dude, whatever, man. And then when the other one came, I was like, oh,
you
God.
don't realize how long trains can take.
But some take different, like some are different.
Some are blowing through. Some are slowing down as they come through town, and then some of them stop.
Why?
I don't know. It's the most frustrating thing. We actually looked into...
Do we have any train conductors?
In college, we actually looked into taking a train from San Marcos to New Orleans one time. But for some reason, a train from San Marcos to New Orleans would have taken like 13 hours. And we're like, well, we could get a keg and just party on the fucking train. But we're also like, yeah, fuck that
just
noise.
Spitballing, just thinking out loud here. Do we do a PTG train trip? Like a gravy train trip?
No. Ooh, if we call it that. Damn.
Right, because then like we all just get fucked up on a train.
Where do we go? New Orleans?
I don't care.
Yeah, I feel like the only place worth going
if we could just go in a circle, ideally we would just come back to where we started.
Like,
you could ride a train to Le Berge.
Wait, is that the gay club or is that the casino?
Like the Le Berge du Lac and like in Lake Charles.
Yeah, Lake Charles. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning. But then I was like, wait a minute, which one is the gay club? The gay strip club. Male strip club. I guess it's not technically a gay strip club. It's a male strip club.
It's a male strip club.
Le Bear,
women
I think is the name of it.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm
But yeah,
not really
dude,
up
like
to
if we
date
went to
on male
Lake
strip
Charles,
clubs.
why the fuck not? Let's do it.
Somebody find us a train that we can ride, and we'll try and make a gravy train
Let's get it.
party happen.
Hell yeah, dude.
But it's gonna have to happen after the 300th episode, August 9th. Southern Star Brewing Company, unofficially right now, but probably. So those are my not cools. That was a lot. Though.
I have two though, and one of them was today. I got in my Uber, and they opened the door, and like I didn't look because I had the 2 cases of beer. Southern Star from us with me because I brought them to work.
This
like,
delicious,
I with me.
fantastic
Absolutely
strawberry
delicious.
bombshell.
But I go and I put them in the car and I go, "Thank you, sir." I hear, "Ma'am," and I didn't even look. It actually was a lift. It wasn't.
Did you just assume my gender?
But like, I was like, I'm sorry. Like, I've got these 2. I was just holding these cases of beer. I didn't even look at who was picking me up. I just saw the car and she was like, "No, it's good. You're fine." But also then like, I don't know if her AC wasn't working or if she just like didn't really turn it on. But it was kind of hot.
Ooh, that's probably
Like, I felt like I could. That's what I was wondering. I was like, did she not turn this on because I accidentally said sir instead of ma'am? That's what I thought the whole time here. But also, so I ended up tipping her an extra $1 on top of what I like. A lot of the time, I just tip $1 on it because it's like a fucking 10-minute ride here. Yeah. So my other not cool is
random story
is hair.
Whoa, I like hair.
See, here's the thing though. I started growing out my
Depending
beard
on where it is.
for the playoff beard for the Bruins. And with that, I just went, fuck it. I guess the hair is growing too because I didn't feel like cutting the hair and not the beard. And now it's at the point where it's super fucking frustrating every goddamn day. Like, I'm tired of it. Like, it looks like shit when I'm at work. I've got hair curling out underneath my fucking hat. My beard looks scraggly. Because, like, I don't have a good beard like yours. Like, it doesn't go straight.
I don't even think my beard's that good.
No, but, like, at least it goes straight.
Time.
Mine goes curly. So, like, I look like a guy that I'm serving you food. You have to check and see if there's hair in your food. That's just, like, what
you
my
gotta wear,
shit
like, the
looks
hairnet on your chin.
I don't, though. I don't.
John Taffer would not be happy with that.
No, he actually would be fine. Because it's, like, it's strong hair. It's just, it doesn't look... He would have made me shave it.
Probably.
But, like, it's just at that point where, like, and then all day today, like, you just get little hairs that are curled and, like, hit you in a random part of the neck. And you're just like, and I'm so tired. And, like, finally, today's the last game of the playoffs, so I can cut it now. But, like, I'm so fucking tired of having hair. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm going to cut my actual hair into a mullet.
I think you should.
Yeah.
Should Pat get a mullet? We all say
regardless, the beard is gone tonight. Like, not gone, like, but I'm trimming it.
Just go mustache. Go blonde mustache.
Well, no, that's coming in a couple weeks.
Blonde mustache and mullet.
No, that's coming in a couple weeks. The mustache
Good.
is coming. The beard, I just got to trim the beard down, which I can't wait for. Like, it grows longer underneath and on one side. Like, my hair's it's a mess. And normally, I really don't give a shit about what I look like. But I'm tired of just the way it feels.
I feel ya on that.
I hate it. So, yeah, hair's not cool. I'm ready to get fucking rid of it.
It's pretty solid, not cool.
Yeah.
B jokes, what you got for not cool, buddy?
I guess I'll just have to go with my usual, just color blindness.
Being colorblind.
I guess so.
Yeah, that's not cool.
So
That's definitely not.
So we had the charcuterie board of fine meats and
oh,
cheeses
dude,
beforehand.
this is a great story. I'm glad
so
you're bringing
Robert
this up.
just keeps pointing out, what is this? What is this? What is this? I'm like, not sure. And he goes,
Wait, is this darker?
Yeah, he goes, wait, is this meat salami? And the darker one is, or is it even darker? And I go, what do you mean? And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot you're colorblind.
Right.
So like,
But we even felt like
tints
assholes.
of meats are probably different.
It's a huge
They
difference.
don't see.
So, no, dude, it's just that one.
Salami and pepperoni look the same for him,
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
but it just made me laugh.
B jokes just ran into a camera. Hey, walk into
Way
cameras
to be a
much?
professional. You know who else would probably have really good charcuterie boards?
Well, they're probably not as good as Emma's.
No, because they were dope. But if
they
they
are
did have
really
them,
good. They are really good. And those would be our fine friends at Blue Apron Gang. Blue Apron is the leading meal kit delivery service in the United States. And there's a lot of people that know about Blue Apron, but there are not a bunch of people that understand all of the fantastic meals you're going to get when you go to Blue Apron. If you use our link, blueapron.com/PTG, here are some of the items you're going to be able to get this week from our link, blueapron.com/PTG. Harissa maple chicken and orzo salad, southern spiced chicken, Mexican spiced shrimp tacos, feta and olive pizza, summer fregola sarda pasta, crispy zucchini and spicy radish mayo, kung pao chicken, or kung pao. That's how you say it, right? Kung pao. And hot Italian pork sausage burgers. I'm not lying. All of them look fucking awesome. The feta and olive pizza, even though it doesn't have meat on it, it looks pimp. I'm a little weird about the not having meat on it. I would probably go with the Mexican spiced shrimp tacos as what I would most likely want to eat because it comes with guacamole and spicy cabbage slaw. The southern spiced chicken also looks fantastic. It all sounds delicious, and it all is available at Blue Apron. We're even going to give you your first 3 meals for free at blueapron.com/PTG. blueapron.com/PTG. Get your first 3 meals for free using our code Blue Apron, or using our link, blueapron.com/PTG. It's blueapron.com/PTG. Guys, it's Blue Apron. A better way to cook. All right, let's get into the answers segment.
I'm a disgusting person.
It's my favorite segment of the show. Back in the day when I was in Miss Winter's 3rd grade class, I was told by her, the class, there is no such thing as a stupid question.
Just stupid people.
She didn't say that.
Yes, she did.
She didn't say it.
She
She
did.
probably
I
thought
heard
it,
her.
but she didn't say it.
She definitely thought it.
I, being the brilliant person I am, was like, oh, hey, I'm going to raise my hand and ask this question. Now, I don't remember what it was, but it was probably some school-related question. I remember being like, well, I don't understand. Because I didn't understand a lot of stuff. It was probably math. Math was hard on me. I didn't understand it. I was like, duh, what is this? What is this? But then I remember raising my hand and asked my question, and then the class laughed at me. And I was like, what the fuck? I was just told that there's no such thing as a stupid question. But she never told me nobody would laugh at my question. So I guess I didn't clarify that first. So I decided one of these days I am going to start my own thing. I'll be in charge. And I didn't say I was going to start my thing. I said I'll be in charge one of these days, and I will make sure that there's no such thing as a stupid question. Now, I didn't get put in charge, but I started a podcast, so I sort of put myself in charge.
Yeah.
So it was just like I appointed myself.
Until I got here.
I was like,
now
this is my thing now.
I'm in charge.
And I encourage you to
That's
send
not
us
true at all.
any question you have at all. If you think it's stupid, it doesn't matter, guys. You send it in. We'll get to the bottom of it, and that's why we love you guys, because you send us that stuff. Answers at PassTheGradePod.com if you want to email them to us, although we prefer you to tweet them to us. Hashtag PTG Answers. That's the hashtag you use. Hashtag PTG Answers at PassTheGradePod, at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at not Pat Deanna, and Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Hashtag PTG Answers. That helps us sort through it a little bit faster, and we usually go to the Twitter questions faster. I think we only have one email question this week that we're going to get to, but here we go. This is the Answers segment.
Well, if you just answer the question. Why don't you just answer the question? Be honest. No big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
I love it so much.
That's so great. Okay, let's get into our first question from our podcast son. Happy Father's Day from him to us. I'm assuming he's saying right now as he's listening. Skylar, we love you, buddy. And what's his Twitter? Oh my God, it's Skylar! At OMG, it's Skylar. Skylar says, where is the other 98% of milk?
Stanley Hudson would tell you to look inside your butt.
I don't think I can top that answer. I think it's in cows is where the other 98% is.
Like this is just the Andy Dwyer
Because a lot of
question
times,
right there. He goes, when it's 2% milk, I don't know what the other 98% is.
Oh, that is it. You're right. Well, I would like to think that like the other 90% is still in the cow. You only squeeze 2% of the
That's
cow's
what it is.
milk
Each
out.
gallon was just 2%.
It was just 2% of what was in the udder.
of the udder. That's 100%
That's
what
a
it is.
fun fact that a lot
Yep.
of people don't know.
Yeah, that's it. The rest is in the
A
cow.
lot of times people think 2% milk means it's only like 2%
Of something?
of
No,
something.
it's just 2% of
It's
the
really
udder.
just 2% of the cow.
Yeah.
Like the whole cow.
Whole milk is just, it was a small cow.
It
and
was
that
a whole.
the
They
whole
cut the udder off. Actually, they actually cut the cow's udder off and
not
pour
that.
all
No.
of the milk in out.
No, they just used a baby cow.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe they do that.
The whole of what was left in the udder.
The whole.
And then skim
It's all about the
milk,
whole.
skim milk, as Ron Swanson
It's
said.
from a skinny cow.
No, it's just water that's lying about being milk.
But I think the other 98% is in a cow for
Yeah,
sure.
it's definitely in the cow.
Good question, Skylar. Or should I say, son.
Yeah.
Danielle Weston at Danny_Weston on Twitter says, if you could live in any house from any movie, what house would you live in and why? This is a
Smart
very good
House.
question.
Smart House.
Did you not remember when Smart House turned on him?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Smart House would be fine with me because she turned when he was having a party and he was underage. I'm of age, and I'd like to be able to just throw shit on the ground and it absorbs
Dude,
it.
she would turn. She was ready to turn.
That's fine.
She was ready to turn.
That's fine.
And you just can get trapped.
Yeah, I can reprogram. And
I don't think so,
And
dude.
if I get trapped, I don't like leaving my house anyway. Dude, I just want a house where I can throw shit on the ground and then it's like just disappears.
I don't think the house from Smart House is a good way to go. I would go with the house from Richie Rich. Was it Richie Rich or Blank? It was Blank Check. It was Blank Check is the house I would go with.
Oh, that
'Cause
was
he had,
a great
he had
house.
to slide into the pool. Right? That was a pretty sick house. That not Richie Rich. Because Richie Rich, I think, was the
Blank Check house. And he got like
It was
the go-karts and the fucking
Biltmore, the
boxing,
Vanderbilt estate.
boxing stuff. And damn,
Richie,
dude.
but Richie Rich, not the one I want to go. I want to go to the one in Blank Check.
Yeah, Blank Check.
That's an old school movie. If you haven't seen it, you're missing out.
If you haven't seen Blank
He-
Check, go fuck yourself.
He literally gets
That's
a blank check
phenomenal movie.
and like just
Which,
is
by the
rich.
way, in that movie counts as $1 million, and I'm pretty sure everything that kid bought would have been over $1 million. But maybe in the early '90s, it
right,
would have been fine.
but also like that check would have bounced.
Also, like
the check would have
didn't
bounced.
some like 26-year-old or some woman try and fuck him? In
Yeah,
that movie.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
or he tried to fuck her, but I don't know if she was into him or whatever.
No, I think she tried to fuck him, and he was like 12.
Well, it was a different time then. It was
Yeah.
a different time then. But I would want the house from Blank Check. Would probably be the house.
That's
I
pretty
would
dope.
want.
I'm still gonna go Smart House.
Robert, what would your like? It's got to be a house from a movie. Can we allow TV shows in it? We're gonna allow TV shows because
it's
Robert's
movie.
watched
It says-
4 movies.
It says from any movie.
Robert's watched 4 movies, so we got to let him like.
I'm gonna
have
go
an
with
option.
Avengers Tower.
It's not a house.
It's not a
People live
house.
No, it's not. It's
then,
a tower.
Then Tony Stark's mansion.
Okay.
Okay. As
Okay,
somebody that has read,
it's
it's read
Malibu
the
House.
movie.
Yeah.
That Malibu house is a dope ass house. That's a good one.
I know I didn't see the movie, but I read it.
We're gonna need a poll on this one.
Did you see that you can live in his
cabin?
The cabin, yeah.
Yeah.
You can Airbnb his cabin now, but it's like super expensive. I can't imagine to see. I wish I could just see the people that Airbnb that thing because those are probably super fun people.
People that just are rich and have
They go and they just want to watch
and bored.
Avengers over and over and over again in it, and it's like, dude, come on.
I would do that if I had.
I would do that too.
If I was that rich and that bored, I
Yeah.
would totally do that.
But like you probably have to pay like $2,000 a night
Whatever.
to stay in.
Whatever. If you have that much money,
I guess so.
that it doesn't matter, and you're that bored with life because you don't have a job because you live on a $40 million trust fund, why the fuck not?
I guess so. All right.
Those people are out there, Alex.
Yeah. So
And I want to be friends with them.
Tony Stark's mansion,
Smart house.
smart house, and I'd go with the house from Blank Check.
Yeah. 3 very strong answers.
I think yours is the worst of the 3, honestly.
I was gonna say I think
because yours is the only thing with like the house might kill you,
but it doesn't kill.
or she goes after you, tries to take over you.
No, she just tries to stop you from making what she deems to be bad decisions.
That's what she says. For now.
But it was Katie Siegel too, which, by the way, if you guys don't know, the voice of Smart House was Peggy from I fucking just lost it. Married with Children.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking awesome. If I could talk to her all day, I'm good. I might not even need booze. That's not true. I still need booze.
You definitely need booze, especially Southern Star.
Yeah.
Would you be without Southern Star? We would be nowhere.
Yeah. And she'd be cool with Southern Star. So there you go. That eliminates all the problems. I would never have to leave, and I would just have Southern Star all the time. She would order it to the house. Boom. That didn't go how you thought it was going to go, did you?
Shakalaka. All right. Let's go on to our next question. It is from Joshua Caudle at Joshua Tree 713. He was at Senior Skip Day. He says, "Why isn't there mouse flavored cat food? I'm sure they'd like that."
Because who's going to be the one that figures out that's what a mouse tastes like?
But I always wonder that with like dog biscuits and stuff. It's like, this is chicken flavored. Like, who knows that it tastes like chicken? I don't know that.
I mean, I've eaten a dog biscuit before.
But they don't taste like chicken. They taste like wheat and bread.
I didn't eat one of those.
I've had a milk
bone. My sister
bone.
just handed me something that looked like a cookie and said, "Do you want this?" And my fat ass was like, "Fuck yeah, I want a cookie." And I ate it. And then she goes, "That was a dog biscuit." And I said, "Well, it tasted like a fucking cookie." So fuck you.
So that'll show her. That'll show her for
These
sure.
are cookies for rich dogs.
I definitely think there should be mouse flavored cat food. I'm not sure why there isn't. Even if it's not, just say it is. And I like, if I was a cat owner, I would buy mouse flavored cat food.
Generic.
Well, you like mouse.
What flavor is it? Generic meat?
Mouse and bird flavored cat food.
Yeah.
Easy.
Ooh.
Easy.
Or if you got a cat that looks like Garfield, cake flavored.
There you go.
There you
Or
go.
lasagna flavored.
Lasagna.
Lasagna is what Garfield would
lasagna.
want.
Yep.
Aaron Hooray. Now, I don't think Aaron's written into us before.
I don't believe so either. I don't remember that name.
So if you're new, welcome to the pod.
Hooray, Aaron.
Hooray for you. Is it hooray or hooray?
I don't know. We're probably wrong.
It's Aaron Hay.
How wrong
hooray.
were we wrong about I Buy Bow?
I'm still
Dave
not
Bow Wow.
positive.
I'm
that we're
still
right,
every time.
honestly.
I'm still not sure.
Bow Wow's and Meow Meow's best pet sitting service on the planet. Check them out. They're not even sponsoring us, and we just love them because Stephanie's the shit.
Yep.
Stephanie's, as they say, the tits. All right. Damn it, Robert. I keep saying that word, and every time I say it now.
All right.
Aaron Hooray says, if all bats are blind, how come more of them aren't great piano players or blues guitarists?
Are they all blind? They use sonar, but I don't think they're blind.
I think it's just blind is bad as a term.
Yeah. I don't think they're actually blind, though.
But like blind people aren't all great musicians.
You know what it is? It's not only are bats blind, they're fucking lazy, is what it is.
That's probably what it is.
Once they figure out they're blind, they give up.
They just hang upside down from a cave all day. And it's like, just do something with your life, bro.
They just...
You know?
Or
B.B. King and
or
Ray
maybe
Charles
it's just
didn't
because they don't
chill.
have... Maybe they just don't have the finger dexterity.
That could probably be
But they
it.
do have little fingers.
I mean, I'm
They got
pretty
small
sure...
fingers. They can figure it out.
Pretty sure that Jimi Hendrix's one of his big songs was Little Wing. They got wings.
That's true.
Yeah, little wings too. Just fucking make it work, bro. Make it work. I don't know.
I think it's because they're fucking lazy, is what it is.
You are what you want to be.
I mean, think
if
about-
you say you can, you can, and if you say you can't, you're right.
I mean,
That's what I think somebody
all
told
the bats in Austin are homeless.
me. Every bat everywhere, I think. No, in Huntsville, they had to like not tear down a building because all these bats took it
Those
over and
ones
they
had
were
a home.
endangered.
In Austin, they all live under a bridge.
And then I actually went back to Huntsville not too long ago, and they had built like little bat houses that are just really raised sheds.
Oh, the Huntsville bats are very sophisticated.
But they have Batman
have
logos
houses.
on the top of the hats, which is
That's
pretty
pretty
cool.
That's
That's
pretty cool. I'll give
sweet.
you that. Yeah. Yeah, no, bats. They're fucking lazy, is what it is.
But you're right. Like there should definitely be like name one bat blues guitarist or pianist.
Can't.
Can't. You really can't.
do it.
And I think, Aaron, like, these are very good points that you bring up. So bats, like this is PTG to the bat community. Like,
Step up your shit.
Preach you like eating all the mosquitoes. I preach that.
Yeah, I love you on that.
Which is just like
you
that's
know what?
cool.
Actually, no, I just changed it. They're not lazy. They have an important job. They're
No.
eating all the mosquitoes.
Someone's gotta have a hobby, you know. I don't like a guy that's all about his job.
There's no time for hobbies when we have mosquitoes in Texas.
But I think
I just flipped.
There's got to be the
Nope.
artsy bat.
No.
Like, there's always the artsy
No,
guy
they all
that
understand their
the
job.
guy that didn't want to go to war but wanted to paint.
No,
and sometimes if you're German, you call him Adolf, and then he does want to go to war.
They understand how
and he's a
evil
bad guy.
mosquitoes are.
So
They're
maybe
very
we don't want him
hardworking
painting.
bat people, and they know if one mosquito gets by, that's too many.
I think they're lazy though, in general.
They could be. But
I'm gonna go with laziness because
I'm gonna say it's because they're hard workers, and they understand they have to stay after this mosquito problem.
I'd probably say like lack of fingers also.
No, they have
Really,
fingers.
They have like hooks, right?
I mean,
But like lack
They've
of
got fingers on the end of those.
like full on like 8 fingers and 2 phalanges.
they're
or
upside
whatever
down
the
rat
thing is.
puppies, is what they are.
Not as cute though.
Not as cute. They can't. Be
Some of
pretty
them are
cute, though.
vampires.
It's true. Dude, they're hardworking. They understand their job.
I think there
and they
definitely
don't
should be
stray
more
from it.
bats that are blues guitarists or piano players. And it's like it's shocking that there haven't been.
I
more.
disagree now. Yeah, they're just too hardworking. They
well-
they don't have time for hobbies.
Agree to disagree. Todd Voss, our boy that hung out with us at the fucking brewery with his son Justin. We invented the checker spinning game that we're gonna have a championship for at our 300th episode at as_scene_by_TV. Todd Voss is a cool motherfucker, and
Yes.
Todd says, since you said you could help with short-term memory loss, what's your advice? Also, do you have any advice for listeners with short-term memory loss?
Yeah, I'd say forget about it.
Just forget about it. I mean, honestly, in the end, you won't remember it anyways.
Yeah,
That's my advice.
dude, just say fuck it.
Yeah,
I mean, you'll probably say fuck it in 5 minutes from now, but
then you'll ask it again anyway, so it'll be fine.
yeah, dude, like just seriously, just stop caring.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't stress.
Just stop caring.
Don't stress.
Because if you don't stress about shit, you're not going to stress about not remembering what you're trying to stress about.
You're right.
Because you won't have anything to stress about.
It's a pretty solid.
I think you should forget about it.
Just forget about it.
Forget about it.
Speaking of forget,
That was the
about it,
worst
which is-
fucking
That was a
Jersey
good. That was a good
accent
actual segue, honestly, though, is because I forgot about this. Our Big Brother cast is going to be announced for Big Brother 21 on Monday.
Let's fucking go,
so
baby.
Next week we will be drawing who you will get in the Big Brother pool. This is the time to hit us up. Now I want you to word it this way: get me in that motherfucking Big Brother pool. Get me in that motherfucking Big Brother pool. MF pool. Get me in that Big Brother pool. Just say that at Pass the Gravy Pod.
MUAPHUAKKIN. Motherfucking.
Get me in that Big Brother pool. Ideally, we want you to watch the show. We want you to watch the show. It's super easy to commit to. It's super easy to commit to
Yeah.
because it's just it's gonna fill that void that football left and sports left until football season kicks back up, and then it's over by like week 3.
Yep.
It's awesome. Get me in that Big Brother pool at Pass the Gray Pod, at Not Pat Dion, at Robert Barbosa 03, at Alex J Middleton. Get me in that Big Brother pool. Also, why not just follow at Pass the Gray Bro on Twitter? Like,
Yeah.
go give them a follow
Fucking
because me
do
and
it.
Emma do some pretty kick-ass Big Brother podcasts. I think we're going to put out in like 2 weeks, we're going to have our preseason predictions podcast with maybe Chris is going to do it. We're going to do a Big Brother fantasy draft, but we have our Big Brother pool. Now what we do, we pull one name from anybody in the pool, and then we pull a name of a contestant, and we put you up together, and that is your participant for the entire summer. If your participant wins, what is our prize?
Shirt.
We're going to give you
Shirt.
3 shirts. We'll
Okay.
give you 3 shirts.
Ooh.
I'll give you 3 shirts. Okay?
I don't even remember who I had last year. I feel like they went pretty far, though.
I can't remember what I had either.
Oh, I know. You saw that Rachel goes, hey, I'm getting off of...
Well, she was doing that to troll people.
It could be
'Cause
trolling.
She tweeted later.
Oh.
Everybody that will be in Big Brother is already sequestered as we are doing this right now.
Has she tweeted
because
since
Big
the
Brother
semester
goes
started?
on. Big Brother goes on for a week before we watch the premiere.
Yeah.
So
has
Monday
she
they
tweeted
go in
since
the house.
Sequester?
She tweeted yesterday. So
Damn
they
it.
would have been
I was
sequestered.
really hoping she'd be in it because she was very hot.
Do you care who you had last year?
I would like to know.
You had Angela.
Yeah. I had Angela. That's right. Angela went pretty.
You're right. I did have Angela.
Alex had Angela.
Angela went Final
Pat,
Four.
You had Faisal.
Oh, that's
Fezzi.
right.
You had
Oh,
Fezzi.
that's right. I had the biggest fucking moron of all time.
Who'd you have, Robert?
I had Swaggy C.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so you were out
really early.
You were out before I ever even watched.
All right. Well, I don't want to get too much into Big Brother, but we do have the Big Brother podcast at
Fucking
Pass the Gravy
Fezzi.
Bro on Twitter. Give it a follow.
I had the big dumb puppet.
Big Dumb Puppet. That was JC.
Can JC be back?
That'd be
in
cool.
every season.
So go and like Pass the Gravy Bro on Twitter or on Facebook. Also, go follow them on Twitter at Pass the Gravy Bro, and go subscribe to them. Go subscribe to them. Go subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, and then subscribe again to Pass the Gravy Podcast and Pass the Gravy Bro Podcast. Share us with a friend. We love you guys. Continue sending us these answers at PassTheGravyPod.com.
Go get yourself some strawberry blondes. They're fucking great.
Yeah. At Pass the Gravy Pod, hashtag PTG Answers. Strawberry Blonde is the tits. Hit up our people on Southern Star at Southern Star BC if you get any of their gear and you get any of that beer. Tag us as well. We'll retweet you. We'll give you some love because we appreciate you guys supporting us. Share us with a friend, guys. It's the best way to spread the podcast, and I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to us every week. You guys are fucking awesome. We're going to honor some Bushwick Bill with our send-out, our acoustic rap cover. We're going to honor him. R.I.P. to Bushwick Bill. Don't let your mind play any tricks on you motherfuckers. Until next week. Pass the gravy. Yeah, bitches!
At night I can't sleep, I toss and turn, candlesticks in the dark, vision of bodies.